Hello friends, today I'll break down YiHeng's incredible 30.90 bar for world record average, and this average is just incredible. So here's the first solve. It does right cross on itself, noticing that there are these two cross pieces relative to each other, and there's also this solved red-green edge along with this red-green corner, which he is going to make use of to make an xcross. So first of all, he inserts this cross piece, does a D2 to place this edge like in this position, which can be solved using one move. So he's not going to do this, of course. He's going to insert this cross piece at the back while solving this edge so that he can form the xcross. And next he solves the green-orange corner just like this by pairing up and inserting on the lefts. Quickly going for this pair, which is a 5 mover. And now he does a U2 to align this. Now a U prime to pair this up. And in this position, I would just insert it like rotationist using wide arm moves like this. Or I would rotate to insert it like this to orient all the edges. But YiHeng does none of this. He just rotates and simply insert it in the most simple way possible, which is kind of fine, but it just leaves him with a kind of bad last layer. Here's the second solve. It does yellow cross in this one, so first of all, he inserts this blue cross edge like this, and now he inserts this red edge, and this is now a critical position. Instead of just doing FL2 to solve the cross, he does an xcross, yes. He solves the first pair while making the cross. So he does L prime, a critical move, a U to set up this corner and this edge to be solved. And now this is a position where you would like to think twice before doing the move sequence, because you can do L prime F or FL prime to finish off the xcross. And me personally, I would do like FL prime since it sets up this easy pair to be inserted, and this pair is also very easy to recognize since these two are both at the front, so pretty easy insert right here. But YiHeng does otherwise. He does L prime F D2, which is fine since it sets up this free pair, and not only that, it sets up these two, which is kind of a multi-slot. So when you insert this pair with a U2, it sets up these three pair. And now the last pair, OLL and RA pair. Here's the third solve. And judging from the cross placement and also the two free pairs, he does white cross, and this solution pretty obvious here. And YiHeng preserves all the two pairs. So first of all, he inserts this green cross edge at the back and does RFR to insert this cross edge while placing this pair in the correct position, inserting this pair and inserting this cross edge without disturbing the position of this pair, just like this. And at this point, he does an extra U prime move. And not only does this move pair up this pair, it also pairs up this pair. But since like in this position, like it's pretty obvious that there are these two, so of course YiHeng went for this using wide F moves, rotationist, and he also solves this pair rotationist while orienting all the edges. And now I might consider using CLL, which is an algorithm which permutates all the corners and gives an edge PLL, but instead YiHeng went for an anti-CLL, which leaves him for the diagonal PLL case, which usually has a long move count, and in this case the algorithm is 21 moves. here's the fourth solve. Okay, he does white cross in this solution. The cross solution is pretty easy, so he can inspect further into the solution, with these two being the first pair he's going to solve. So he does F D prime, F prime canceling to solve this first pair. And now he rotates, inserting this pair, and notice that these two are going to be paired up while inserting. So he quickly went for this pair at the back. And while inserting this pair, it also pairs up these two. So he quickly inserted. And now the OLL and again the RA perm. Here's the last solve. He does right cross, by the way, and this solve is amazing due to the fact that this solve has a quadruple xcross. Yes, the whole solution is so insane that after he finishes the cross, all the four pairs are solved. Yes, he does a quadruple xcross in this solution, noticing that this corner is attached to this edge, which this is the green orange corner, if anyone is wondering. So this edge and this corner, it does a U prime first to insert and form a block while doing a U move, just like this, to align this cross edge to insert. Next, he inserts this cross piece. Notice that there is these two. So he solves these two by pairing up using an empty slot, insert at the back. This is an easy 5 mover. So he solves this at the back also. And at this point, I would just cancel into like solving this, you know. But instead, YiHeng he does a U prime to do a sludge and insert, which is kind of fine, but is also not that fine since it leaves him with the .OL case. But anyway, he noticed that these two are in the wrong position, so he fixes that. And now you start to realize why he does a quadruple xcross, since he literally messes up the cross, fixes it, and now it leaves him with this case. And instead of like doing the regular OL algorithm, it does like a kind of a CLL algorithm, which like after you solve the corners, like all the corners will be oriented and permutated just like this. It does an algorithm to essentially solve all the corners, and it leaves him with a pretty easy last layer case, or like one look last layer case like this, only to solve the edges and finish. And here's the end of the video. Congrats to YiHeng for getting this world record average. I know that he's like way faster than any keywords in the world in terms of 3x3 solving. And yeah, I'm Keep Speed. Peace out.